Hello, good morning. Today I will discuss about the chapter 5 about the curriculum development reforms and enhancement. We have a lesson 1, the Enhanced Basic Education Acts of 2013 or the K to 12. This module brings you to some curricular development and reforms and enhancements. So, as the Philippine education braces itself with the Asians and the rest of the world, there is need to embark on enhancement and reforms with the curriculum. As a curriculum knower, designer, implementer, and evaluator, substantial knowledge of some of these reforms are necessary. Curriculum designers need to enhance the curriculum, purpose curricular innovations to respond to the changing educational landscape in the country as well as in other parts of the globe. It is most of necessary that as a future curricularist and a teacher, you should be familiar with what is happening and will happen in our curriculum. So there is no substitute reforms and enhancements. So here are the learning outcomes. Gain comprehensive understanding of the K to 12 basic education curriculum reform. So we have a K to 12. K to 12 is the Republic Act 10533 known as Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013. Is the latest educational reform in the Philippine education signed into law by President Benigno Aquino III in last May 15, 2013. The K to 12 includes 1 year of kindergarten education. We have 6 years of elementary education and 6 years of secondary education. These 6 years of secondary education includes 4 years of junior high school and 2 years of senior high school. So why K to 12? So K to 12 makes the Philippines educational system at par with the international standard of 12-year basic education, thereby contributing to better educated society capable of pursuing productive employment, entrepreneurship, or higher education studies. So the K to 12 in the Philippines, ginhimo siya the Philippines educational system will be equal or iparehas sa international standards of 12-year basic education for having a better educated society, like pursuing the productive employment, entrepreneurship, or higher educated studies. So after going through kindergarten, elementary, junior high, and specialized senior high school program, every K to 12 graduate is ready to go into different paths, higher education, middle level skills development, employment, or entrepreneurship. So if you are going to graduate in K to 12, you are already going to a different paths of a higher educations like middle level skills development, pwede ka na employed or entrepreneurship. So the K to 12 graduates are also expected to be equipped with the 21st century skills like information, media and technology skills, learning and innovation skills, effective communication skills, and life and career skills. So when you are a K to 12 graduate, so you are expected that you are already equipped with 21st century skills like mga information, how to use technology skills, media, learning, innovation skills, to be effective communication skills or having effective communication skills, and life and career skills. So when K to 12 was launched in 2012, many Filipinos were apprehensive because of the additional 2 years as added burden of the average Filipino family. So when we say apprehensive, so when the K to 12 launched in 2012, so many Filipino were apprehensive. So when we say apprehensive, ga-alarm. So damo na hadlok or naging na-alarming because of some additions of 2 years sa aton nga 2 years sa aton nga educations that it can be burden for average sa Filipino family. So others said the K to 12 program is doomed. When we say doom, like mga unpleasant, certain to happen, to fail since it does not address the basic problems in education like lack of classrooms, chairs, books, teachers, quality teaching, and many more. So administ criticism that Department of Education push for the K to 12. So what could be the reasons? So here are the reasons. So let's consider these existing realities in Philippine education that became the basis of the K to 12 implementation. So first we have insufficient mastery of basic competences due to the congested curriculum. So we have the mastery, near mastery, the low mastery, total. So here are the achievement level. So in school year 2004 and 2025, um, is higher than the school year 2005 in 2000. So they are not the same. One factor that contributes to the low performance in achievement tests is congested basic education curriculum. What other countries teach in 12 years, the Philippines teach only in 10 years. Yes. Before other countries is um, implement at 12 years, but in the Philippines teach only 10 years 10 years. So the 10 years will not be enough to master the competences. So ang 10 years na hindi maging siya enough para ma-master ang mga competences. So adding 2 years would make a possible to the congestion of the curriculum for comprehensive acquisition of basic competences and the 21st century skills. So for adding 2 years, so it make possible to for better or having a master or having a comprehensive acquisition of basic competences in the 21st century. Second is the Philippines is only remaining country in the Asia with 10-year basic education program. So the Philippines is the only country in the Asia that has 10-year basic education program. Yes, before only the Philippine in Asia that has a 10-year basic education and program. So the short duration of the basic education program also puts millions of overseas Filipino workers, especially the professionals and those who intend to study abroad, at a disadvantage. Yes. So before many Filipino could go abroad for continuing their study on there, especially ang mga professionals. So, graduates of the Philippine schools are not automatically recognized as a professionals outside the country due to the lack of 2 years in basic education. So, Bologna Accord imposes 12 years of education for university admission and practice a profession in European countries. So Washington Accord prescribed 12 years basic education as the entry to recognize of engineering professionals. So here are the schools or other countries that implement the 12 years of education that pwede nga mga Filipino maka-school over there. So we have the table 3, researchers on the Philippine basic education curriculum and the recommendations. So here are the year, the source, and the recommended. So the year in 1925, the source is Monroe's survey. The secondary recommendation is secondary education did not prepare for life and recommended training in agriculture, commerce, and industry. In 1949, UNESCO Mission Survey. A recommendation is restore grade 7 in primary education. In 1950, the source is Swanson Survey. In 1953, the source is Education Act, where the recommendation is revise the primary school system by adding 1 year in a grade 7. In 1960, the source is Swanson Survey again. Um, he recommended restore grade 7 in primary education. In 1970, the PCSPE it recommended extend secondary education by 1 year to better prepare students who have the plans to take up university education. So in 1991, the EDCOM report it recommends to retain the 10-year basic education phase while institutionalizing career counseling in primary and secondary schools in preparation of higher education. So in 1998, the source is the Philippines Education Sector or Study of the World Bank and the ADB. Its recommendations prioritize students' learning through curricular reforms, the provision of textbooks, the use of the vernacular in the lower primary grades, and the institution of a longer basic educational cycle. In 2000, the PCER recommend implement a compulsory 1 year pre-baccalaureate stage as a prerequisite for students interested in enrolling in a higher education degree programs. So in 2006, the Philippine EFA 2015 National Action Plan recommend lengthen the educational cycle by adding 2 years to form basic education or 1H for primary and high school. So last in the 2008, the source is the Presidential Task Force on Education. So the recommend is extend pre-university education to a lot of 12 years, benchmarking the content of the 11th and the 12 years with international programs. So we have the employability by the Filipino high school graduates. So the K to 12 curriculum prepares the student for the world of work, middle level skills development, entrepreneurship, and college education. So as early as grade 7 and grade 8, the student is made to explore at least 8 subjects in the 4 areas of technology and livelihood education or the TLE, namely home economics, ICT, industrial arts and agriculture and the fishery arts. So the K to 12 curriculum it makes the students to be prepared in the world of work, middle levels and the skills development and the entrepreneurship and the college educations. So in the grade 10 and 12 is the student is supposed to have obtained a national certificate or the NC level 1 and the NC level 2 from TESDA. So NC1 and NC2 make a grade 12 rather graduate employable. So in the grade 10 and 12 the student is supposed having or obtain a national certificate which are the level 1 and the level 2 from TESDA. So that the grade 12 graduate pwede na sila ka obra or pwede na sila ka-obra maging employable na sila. So the short duration of basic education in the Philippines resulted to 15-year-old graduates who are not legally employable. So with the implementation of the K to 12, the graduate of senior high school is 18 years old who is legally employable. So before, when you are graduate in the secondary education, so hindi ka pa ka-obra because you are underage. So you are 15 years old only. So hindi pa gid siya legally employable. So from now, having a implement of a K to 12, the graduate in a senior high school is having 18 years old na, so pwede na gid siya, legally na gid siya employable. So we have a curriculum tracks. The students after ongoing senior high school, they can choose among 4 tracks. So first we have academic, second is the technical vocational livelihood, third is the sports track and the last is the arts and the science track. The academic track includes 4 strands. So we have the business, accountancy management or the BAM or ABM, Second is the humanities and social science, or the HUMS. The third is the science, technology, engineering, mathematics, or the STEM, and the general academic strands, or the CAS. So we have a core curriculum. Below are the learning areas. So we have the senior high school curriculum. So we have a figure 1, tracks in a senior high school. So here are the pictures when the grade 11 and the grade 12 is having 4 tracks. We have the academic, tech voc, the sports, the arts, and the design. So we have in a figure 2, academic track, or the 4 strands. So here are the 4 strands. We have the STEM, the UMS, the ABM, or the BAM, and the general academic. So the senior high school curriculum has a total of 31 subjects. So the 31 subjects are grouped into 15 core subjects, 7 contextualized subjects, and the 9 specialization subjects. So we have the 7 contextualized subjects. So here are the academic, textbook, sports, arts, and design. So first, the English for academic and professional purposes. Second, the research in daily life 1. Third, the research in a daily life 2. 4, pagsulat sa Filipino sa piling larangan. 5, entrepreneurship. 6, the empowerment technologies, or the ETech, or the ICT field professional tracks. And the last is the 7th is the research project, or the culminating activity. So we have the specialization, or the general academic strand. So first we have humanities 1, second is the humanities 2, third is the social science 1, fourth the applied economics, 5 is the organization and management, sixth is the disaster readiness and the risk reduction, 7 the elective 1, or from any track and strand, 8 the elective 2, 9, and the 9 work immersion or research or career advocacy culminating activity. So next we have the specialization general academic strands. So first we have the safety and first aid, second human movement, third the fundamentals of coaching, fourth sports officiating and activity management, fifth is the fitness, sports, and creation leadership, sixth the social aspects of sports and exercise. Seventh, the fitness testing exercise programming. The eighth is a practicum or in campus. And the last is a work immersion or research or career advocacy or the culminating activity. So here are the specialized courses in academic track. So in the liberal arts, we have the literature 1, humanities 1, social science 1, economic 1, organization and management, a foreign language 1, applied science, and a calculus. In the UMS is the literature 1, fiction and drama, the literature 2, humanities 1, popular arts as text, the humanities 2, education 1, or the foreign language 1, education 2, or the foreign language 2, social science 1, and the social science 2. So in the BAM or ABM, applied economics 1, applied economics 2, accounting 1, accounting 2, business math, business finance, organization and management, principles of marketing. So the last is the STEM. We have the pre-calculus, basic calculus, general chemistry 1, general chemistry 2, general physics 1, general physics 2, general biology 1, and the last is the general biology 2. So here are the specialized courses for arts and design tracks, arts and design strands, art assessment and guidance. So we have the arts track, first introduction to applied and arts and design production. Arts track 2, introduction to performing arts, Arts Track 3, Understanding Elements and the Principles of the Different Arts. Arts Track 5, Developing Filipino Identify in the Arts. Arts Track 6, Leadership and Management in Different Arts Fields. Arts Track 7, Apprenticeship and Exploration of Different Arts Fields. In the Arts Track 8, as a production and performing like music, dance, and theater. In Arts Track 9, apprenticeship and exploration of different arts designs production like the media arts, visual arts, and literacy arts. So we have the specialized courses of sports track subjects. We have sports track 1 is safety and first aid, sports track 2 understanding human movement, sports track 3 general coaching course, sports track 4 sports officiating, sports track 5 fitness leadership, sports track 6 sports or recreation or the fitness management, sports track 7 student athlete enhancement and formation, sports track 8 fitness testing and exercise prescription, and the last is the sports track 9 is the recreation leadership. So that's all on our discussion about the Module 5 by in K to 12 or the Enhanced Basic Education Acts of 2013. Thank you.